Well, I just got the car back a couple hours ago. Runs great. The new computer's in. It was $1,800. He did a lot of extra work because when he put this in, it ran. But then when he went to program the second key fob, it started and shut right off again. And it would not start even with the original key fob because we got two of them. The one I use all the time and the other one my wife uses. Apparently, there's two numbering systems in the key fob. So he did everything. He checked the crank sensor, the ignition module, wherever that is in there. I have no idea because I don't work on stuff like this. So it's running good. I just got through spending about a half an hour out here tearing off the old stuff, which the damn mice build up in here. It's just, I use Gorilla Tape, and it still falls and hangs. So this has been an ongoing problem ever since I had the car. I don't want to eliminate all the insulation, because I think that would be a problem. Probably run hot, the hood would be hot, I don't really know. Probably the engine would be harder to start in the wintertime because it's colder. It kind of keeps everything insulated, but I had thought, but I can't work like that. I can't hunch over and work. It's very hard for me to get up in here. Standing, you really need to take the hood off, turn it upside down, put it on the workbench, and then I was going to take 1/4-inch hardware cloth and screw it all through here on top of this. But I'm not going to do that. So, as you can see, I ripped half of it off, and because it was just hanging, and it was all this insulation, which turns to powder, and I got a big royal mess here. I cleaned up as much as I could. But anyways, the car runs good, and he spent a lot of time on it, checking every other sensor in here. Everything's fine. I had to tape this up too. This is coming apart. So the tapes don't hold very good. But anyways, he checked everything, and he had to take the headlight out to do something in here. And I guess the battery has to come out to get this sensor also, crank sensor. Everything is fine. And he did a lot of test drives on it. So I wasn't able to pick it up yesterday. I had too much going on with the nurses coming and everything else for my wife, so I had to be here. So we scheduled it for today. Everything's fine because he wanted to make very sure. It looks to me like the plug wiring is exposed. I don't really know. I don't remember seeing that before. He probably did that when he put the jumper in for the bad ground on the old one. It's a very long story, but what he did is, when it didn't work with this, he put the old one back in, put the ground jumper on it because the old one had a faulty ground connection. So he did it externally, and it would not start where it did before. Something about the second key fob programming, he didn't have all the equipment. He says he had to have another fella come over with newer equipment to program it, and they were able to do it. So it's a lot of labor, but he did not charge me all the extras. This was $1,000 plus the shipping from the dealer, and tow charge was $150 or $175. I can't remember. I got the papers in the car now. So, and he took off the Uber charge for the first time I went there. So the original $1,800.44 is the total bill. So, and he told me, your car is getting on the end of life, and you got the valve cover leak, which you don't see here, but it's probably the back. In order to change the valve cover, rear cover, you got to take off the windshield wiper and the cowling and everything else. And I'm not going to do that. It only uses a quart every 1,000 miles. So we'll just buy the quart of oil every 1,000 miles rather than spend $400 on labor. Once you upset this, then you got trouble with your windshield wipers. I know my 91 Dodge Dakota pickup truck, I had nothing but trouble with the linkage on that, and we don't need that. So that's where we're at right now. It's working good. I just wanted to show you. This is all the mess that throughout the years that I've taped for the insulation under the hood. So we're going to get rid of all that. The dryer sheets that I put in there, which I don't think really does anything. Normally I don't take car to the car wash. I did when I first got this. But it's so disgusting. When you got this stuff on the roof. And it's... I wiped it down with a cloth and Windex, but it just needs a good washing. This tail light here, a few years ago, a delivery truck backed into it, cracked it. Now it gets water in there, and it would probably cost me a fortune to replace that. I had tape on it, but it came off. I mean, they said a car this old is, pretty much at the end of its life. You can see the window's pretty crappy. I didn't take Windex and try to clean them off. I'm going to try to run it through the car wash. It's pretty disgusting and through here. I don't know if it'll come out. Been years since I've been here, and they do everything by hand now, and I get the $10 special. Then they go up from that. Like I've seen some 45 and 85, unreal. I don't know, this guy's going to have his Winnebago washed too? I don't know. But I'm in line. So we'll see.
Can you pull up for me?
Okay, do I get the change?
Yes, I will. I'll give you the change.
Got my 20. This used to be all automatic. They used to have the big bushes come down and clean your roof off and all that stuff. Somehow I don't think they're going to get all that tree grit off of there, but we'll see. Well, they give me the pressure wash. But that was quick. You get the top too, please?
Yeah.
Because it's got tree droppings on it yeah. All right, thank you. I got my change back. That's good. Give you a little entertainment here. When I first got the car, we used to take it out and have it done. They used to have a $5 special here if you bought a little something at the little convenience store over here. Over here, that where Dunkin' Donuts is, and then there's a mobile station store in there. And they do the wheels also, so. Yeah, around where we are, you get a lot of tree droppings and stuff. And with the miserable hot, humid summer we had, we get fungus on everything. Okay, they're doing my roof. The big van needs it, but I need a step ladder, and it's really hard. Holy mackerel, it's only tearing the place down. Anyways, everything's good so far, but it's an expensive proposition with the car, I'll tell you. But it's an afterthought when I started looking on computers online, because I went by the garage telling me you can't get a rebuild for this. So that's just the way it is. So if I had gotten a rebuild, who would I have to program it? It would probably cost me a fortune to have it programmed. It's like the old days. There used to be a place in New London called the Rapid Car Wash. Haven't been there in 50 years. Now they're up the road a little ways, probably about a mile maybe. There's a place where you can put the quarters in and do it yourself, but I've used those things years ago, and you only get a few minutes, and by the time you get your soap, everything soaped up and everything, you got to keep pumping quarters in. By the time you get through, you're paying $15, $20 for a damn car wash. I guess that's it. Okay. She's gonna clean me off here. Okay, so that's the end of that. I'll get my seatbelt on. I'm doing a thorough job. I'm not sure if you're supposed to tip him or not. I'm going to throw him a couple bucks. Because I've never had a car wash like this, except at the high school. Sometimes you'd have them, but those girls never did a good job at all at the high schools. Okay, let's take a look at the car. Over here at old McDonald's farm. Wow, what a difference. They did a good job, all by hand. Right, the tires are shined up. Yeah. They did a good job. That you can't get out anyways, Looks like a new car. Oh. You can't complain. $10 special, and I threw a $2 tip because I didn't know how much work they're going to be doing on it. Let's see, get water in here.